We start the proof by using one of the quotient identities we learned in trigonometry. Cotangent x is equal to cosine x over sine x. And then, find the derivative of both sides. The derivative of cotangent x with respect to x is equal to the derivative of cosine x over sine x with respect to x. Use the quotient rule for derivatives. The derivative of f of x over g of x with respect to x is equal to g of x times the derivative of f of x with respect to x minus f of x times the derivative of g of x with respect to x over the square of g of x, or denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus numerator times the derivative of the denominator over the square of the denominator. So this is now equal to sine x times the derivative of cosine x with respect to x minus cosine x times the derivative of sine x with respect to x over sine squared x. Denominator times the derivative of the numerator minus numerator times the derivative of the denominator over the square of the denominator. In one of the videos in this channel, we learned that the derivative of cosine x with respect to x is equal to negative sine x. Substitute negative sine x for the derivative of cosine x with respect to x. So we have sine x times the negative sine x. We also learned in one of the videos in this channel that the derivative of sine x with respect to x is equal to cosine x. Substitute cosine x for the derivative of sine x with respect to x. So we have minus cosine x times cosine x over sine squared x. This is now equal to negative sine squared x minus cosine squared x over sine squared x. It is understood this is negative 1 sine squared x minus negative 1 cosine squared x. Factor out negative 1 in the numerator. So this is now equal to negative 1 times the quantity sine squared x plus cosine squared x over sine squared x. According to the Pythagorean identity we learned in trigonometry, sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. Substitute 1 for sine squared x plus cosine squared x. So this is now equal to negative 1 times 1 over sine squared x. One of the reciprocal identities we learned in trigonometry is cosecant x is equal to 1 over sine x. If cosecant x is equal to 1 over sine x, then cosecant squared x is equal to 1 over sine squared x. Substitute cosecant squared x for 1 over sine squared x. So this is now equal to negative 1 times cosecant squared x. And negative 1 times cosecant squared x is equal to negative cosecant squared x. Therefore, the derivative of cotangent x with respect to x is equal to negative cosecant squared x.